Does its rhetoric end up hurting other opposition parties? We'll take that up with our guest joining us in just a bit. Here's a reminder of what the BJP has already managed to do. Can it really turn Bengal? This is the considerable gain that it has made recently from 2016 to 2021, from 3 seats in state elections to one that shocked everyone, 77 initially in 2021. The vote share too increased from 10% in 2016 to 38% in 2021. And after saffronizing the likes of Assam, Tripura, indeed the whole of Northeast, BJP has continued to flip many states or come back to power after long breaks in others. For example, in Bihar, this election, they have become the single largest party in terms of seats for the very first time. They were so far considered the slightly junior partner of the JDU. Before this, they came back to power, removing a strong chief minister like Kejriwal for the first time since 1998 in the national capital region, a hiatus of 27 years. Not many thought they could do it this soon. And let's not forget Odisha last year, where BJP rode to power for the first time, displacing a 24-year-old BJD rule. 16 states directly BJP rules currently and shares power in 6 more states, including, remember, once again in Andhra Pradesh with its ally, the TDP. So no surprises, BJP has named the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal as its next targets. Buoyant from their Bihar show, they feel they are poised to break the barriers in these states too. But these are tough nuts to crack for the BJP. In Kerala, they only just won their first Lok Sabha seat last year and have had just one MLA in 2016. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, they are heavily dependent on alliances and failed to open their account despite a high decibel campaign in 2024. In Bengal, as I mentioned, there have been successes, but it continues to be a tough state. They improved their tally in assembly last time, but since then lost some ground in the latest Lok Sabha elections in 2024 from 18 to 12. Now, let's focus on the opposition bloc as well. Given the Bihar performance of the BJP and the warning by the Prime Minister, the opposition bloc also has some thinking to do. It is facing its own leadership challenge yet again. Congress's big brother tax seems to be facing threats from its own allies, the TMC and the SP. Mamata is eyeing a leadership role. Akhilesh's party doesn't want Congress to lead anymore. DMK has, however, come to Congress's defense in some ways, saying that the party with most seats in parliament at the centre has to be the one leading a coalition bloc. No consensus has been arrived at, and certainly fissures continue to be a problem within the alliance, and this has been witnessed in state election after election as well, where they are together nationally but fighting each other on ground in state elections. So after BJP voicing very vociferously this Bengal aim next, will Mamata Banerjee eye the India Bloc lead, and will she be able to actually take it so that she can lead a better campaign in West Bengal against the BJP? That debate is coming up.
बिहार ने बंगाल में भाजपा की विजय का रास्ता भी बना दिया है।
Political parties' leadership is centered around the family.
The party who have more number in the assembly will lead. That is sort of common thing.
All right, let's go across to our guest joining us, Gopal Agarwal, national spokesperson of the BJP, Arun Anand, author and columnist with us. We'll be joined by Tausif Khan, lawyer and political analyst, and Akhil Swami, political analyst, is also with us. Akhil Swami, I want to begin with you. Given what has transpired in Bihar, why should Congress have any stakes to be some sort of a larger umbrella under which the other opposition parties come together? Surely the likes of Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, even Stalin, the DMK in South, have done better in fighting the BJP. Shouldn't they have the leadership role?
See, it all depends, Shivani, on the efficiency of the election commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar Gupta. If he succeeds as if the genuine voters' names were deleted, and I do not know how 3.5 lakh votes were added, how Brazilian model in Haryana voted 22 times. I don't know. If
she didn't.
Ganesh Kumar
Akhil
Gupta
Swami, you know that she didn't vote 22 times. Whatever were the erroneous pictures used is a separate issue. But sir, I'm looking forward to a very serious discussion on how the opposition parties feel about Congress kind of hijacking what should be the national aim of opposition parties. You know, Congress's campaign, the way it fights in Parliament, for example, another Parliament session is coming up. Some of the issues that it uses against the BJP government, not all allies or opposition members are on the same page on it. It doesn't really help them. You look at this vote chori campaign that you're talking about, it didn't help the Congress party. So shouldn't the opposition be serious about what works and doesn't work?
Shivani, you feel it is not a serious matter. For me, it is a serious matter because if the Brazilian model's name appear in 22 times and she votes 15 times,
her name doesn't appear. No, your facts are incorrect. Her name did not appear 22 times.
15 times the lady has, different ladies have voted in the name of that Brazilian
model. No, the
model.
name was not the Brazilian model's name. So sorry, I'm sorry. The name was not the Brazilian model's name.
Can I vote, Shivani?
The name was of the voters on ground. The picture was erroneous in some cases.
Erroneous. Who will decide that? See, can I vote in when your photograph is on the electoral roll?
Sir, I want to discuss. Akhil Swami, we've discussed what has come out as far as.
No, it is not. See, the main issue is Gyanesh Kumar Gupta, if he involves in a vote chori, then all these questions are irrelevant. Now, if
then what
the
is the way
votes
out
get
you want
increased
to do?
And lakhs and crores of votes are deleted, and in first week of December, we will all assemble in Ramlila ground and we will save democracy and constitutional
So
system.
you will continue shouting like this and nothing will come out of it?
It will come out.
Okay.
Hitler has gone. Sheikh Hasina has been
What will come out?
as a offender.
Defeat 95 times you have been...
Okay. One second. I don't know whether Tejasvi Yadav felt so comfortable with this vote chori campaign, and the RJD has suffered the most in terms of their own political future in Bihar. One second, sir, please don't do this. Mr. Swami, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't speak over me. RJD also is not even raising the issue of vote chori as much as the Congress is raising. So my question is, Tausif is also with us. Tausif, in Bengal or amongst other opposition bloc members, is there a concern that sometimes the leadership role that Congress is playing with the vote chori campaign, some of the other issues they raise in Parliament is not helping the other opposition members? We are hearing murmurs that the likes of Mamata Banerjee, even Akhilesh Yadav, could well want that they should play a greater role.
Shivani, I think you're taking this in a different direction. It was the first person to talk about the discrepancy in the voter list was Mamata Banerjee herself, long before the SIR campaign, the vote chori campaign was launched by Congress in Bihar.
You mean in
Mamata
2002?
Mamata Banerjee had shown last year itself, this year itself, when she held the public meeting in the Netaji Indoor Stadium, where she showed how the same voter is appearing in Gujarat voter list as well as in Bengal voter list, and therefore, yes, there are question marks and there are unanswered questions, which questions the credibility of Election Commission. Election Commission has not come clean as far as the voter lists are concerned. Now, you and I both understand, in order to conduct a free and fair election, it is very important that the voter list should be clean, and photograph is utmost important as part of the SIR. We, the people of West Bengal, and before us, the people of Bihar, were asked to provide our latest photograph on the record. And therefore, the Brazilian model, the question of Brazilian model photograph appearing in different pages, different places, although you are saying that it was not her name, it really raises a valid question for which Election Commission has no answer. Now, moving ahead of that, yes, so far the question of leadership of this India Alliance is concerned. Mamata Banerjee had even expressed her willingness long ago, 2 years ago, after the MP election, that she is willing to take the charge, and she must be given a charge, especially with the kind of the experience she has, the kind of tall leadership that she had, the image that she has, the mass leader that she is. We have long staked our claim to lead the India Alliance, although some people in Congress disagrees with us. But yes, there's been a demand, and perhaps Mamata Banerjee leading India Alliance will provide a better result. We have seen the outcome of the recently concluded MP election, where BJP was claiming to cross 400 mark, and yet they were limited to 250. They do not even have a clear majority of them. They are depending on two major players like Nitish Kumar and from Andhra, Chandrababu Naidu. Therefore,
so you believe the Congress has? Do you believe the Congress has not done well enough? Maybe they've tried, but they've not succeeded in challenging the BJP enough, either in states where they are in a direct contest with the BJP, or in other states like Bihar, Bengal, where they may be a marginal player. Well, how do you look at the Congress's role?
Yes. Even in the past Lok Sabha election, Mamata Banerjee had made it clear. There were at least 200 seats in the MP election where Congress had a direct contest with BJP. And they need to perform better than how they have been performing in those seats. And rest of the seats where there are regional party in a position to win, the India Alliance, the understanding in the India Alliance is that those seats should be given to those regional parties, whether it is
Akhil Swami, on this issue, I want to come back to you very quickly before I bring in the other guests as well. Do you concede that maybe it's time for the Congress to, make way for somebody else to lead? Or do you believe there can be no national level alliance of this nature, of an India Bloc kind of alliance without the Congress, because it's the only national party?
The majority of the Indians feel, whether it is Mamata Didi or it is Rahul Gandhi or Tejasvi Yadav or Akhilesh Yadav or Stalin, anybody. But we want these fascist forces to be defeated and this fascist government to go.
Okay, but how does that happen? It doesn't happen by wishing it alone, right?
It will happen if Ganesh Kumar Gupta resigns.
Okay, all right.
Without that, it is not possible.
All right.
I am reminding Mamata Didi also. So, possible. You will also be defeated because Ganesh Kumar Gupta is conducting election as an agent of BJP.
All right. Yes, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, please come in here.
Shivani ji, we have to understand, if we are analyzing Bihar election, its impact on West Bengal and other election, we have to understand what led to the BJP's landslide victory in Bihar. The basic important issue which comes out of Bihar election is the people of Bihar have voted for the Modi guarantee about the welfare schemes or good governance schemes, where the welfare benefits of the government scheme reaches to the last person, one thing. Second is the economic development agenda of strong economy for the country and a vision of Viksit Bharat, where Bihar people have voted to take part in that development roadmap ahead. That is the one thing. Second is about the Jungle Raj, their memory about the Jungle Raj. This is about Bihar election, and people have completely rejected the vote chori yatra of Congress and other people.
But how does this translate directly?
Important points
interesting. No, I understand that. But Gopal Agarwal, how does this translate to Bengal? Bengal is a completely different political landscape.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes. That's what I'm telling. Now we come to Bengal. When Prime Minister said that the Ganga water from Bihar will flow to Bengal, we have to also now underline that when opposition say that there are problems in the electoral rolls, then they have to understand that the only way ahead is SIR. That is what, and how they are counterproductive in their approach. Once they are saying that there are problems in the electoral roll, and when the election commission is going ahead to clear that, they are objecting it. The second important point is, I saw today a lot of visuals in various channels, etc., about hordes of people leaving West Bengal because we have said that Ghuspetia will not be allowed to vote. There is a vote bank politics which the opposition had been creating. Why they are opposing SIR? Because they have been creating fake vote bank politics about people from different parts getting different countries.
Okay.
So the issue of Ghuspetia is very serious in Bengal, and once SIR happens, the Mamata Banerjee's vote bank politics of creating Ghuspetia's fake vote in Bengal will be completely disseminated.
I don't want to. One second. Can I just be clear with our guests? I want to focus purely on whether the BJP's, this vision that it has outlined is possible, not possible, what can stand in its way, what can make it possible. Then Tausif, I'll bring you in on what the Prime Minister himself has said. But Arun Anand, before that, now that the Prime Minister himself has kind of thrown down this gauntlet, I don't think failure is an option for the BJP in Bengal this time around. How do you look at this target that has been set? Is this too soon, too early for the BJP to think that now by the time the next state elections come, it can uproot the TMC rule?
Shivani,
the BJP
Mr.
has...
Arun Anand, yes.
Yeah, see, BJP has a specific way of functioning when it comes to their election machinery. Why Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said this right now. Generally, they start preparing for an election 18 months before, broadly, the scheduled elections. So that's how basically they get rolling. So I think that is what Prime Minister is looking at. Second, see, we need to understand that in the state of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, there is a challenge for BJP. The challenge is that BJP has to have a very strong state leadership and indigenous leadership in all these three states and also in West Bengal. A major chunk of leaders which BJP has, they have come from the other parties. There's nothing wrong in this. We have seen, like in Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma came from Congress. He has become a prominent BJP leader, leading BJP from the front. But I think that is one challenge because there is lot of, it'll have to balance basically, and it has to have a very strong state leadership. I believe, it still needs a little more push, it still needs a little more work. On ground, BJP has got now a good kind of network. They also have, there are a lot of RSS inspired organizations also who have cadres on their ground who generally basically back the BJP in the elections also. So in West Bengal, it is possible, but Mamata Banerjee is a formidable, opponent. However, what would be interesting to see is that what happens to Congress, because Congress has proved to be excess baggage for all its regional partners. If we start looking at from what happened in Maharashtra and then now in Bihar and in other states also, it has largely proved to be an excess baggage. So we could see a major rupture basically that in INDI, in India lands, in West Bengal election. I don't think that Mamata Banerjee and Congress are going to,
they didn't fight the last elections together as well. Yes, Tausif, please come in here. How do you look at this BJP target? They have done well over the last 5 years or so, even if their Lok Sabha tally came down in 2024. On ground, there is nothing to suggest that the BJP could not better what it did in the 2021 state elections.
No, Shivangi, from the last 3 elections, BJP is on the downtrend, starting from the Panchayat election, then Assembly election, and then the Lok Sabha election. All the 3 elections, you will see that the vote share and the number of projected seat compared to the 2019 result of BJP has gone down. So after 2019 in Bengal, BJP is on a downtrend. Now look at the leaders that BJP have. Most of them were poached from Trinamool. Some of them have gone back to Trinamool. On ground, if you speak, who is their biggest leader? Suvendu Adhikari, again facing corruption charges in Sharda. and clearly in public view it is visible that the BJP government is not taking action against Subhendu Adhikari while taking action in the same case against the Trinamool leaders. Therefore, the messaging has gone down very clearly to the people of Bengal that the tainted leader gets washed in like a washing machine once they join BJP. Therefore, if you ask on the ground, what is the reality? The welfare schemes that Mamata Banerjee government has been running, and they were wonderful, well received by the people of Bengal. They are they are hugely beneficial to the people of Bengal, especially the women, and they are in favor of Mamata Banerjee come what may. And the messaging from the Trinamool is very clear. If BJP is offering any kind of some beneficial monetary benefits to you, take it, but go and vote for Didi.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the sentiment is that Bahari, non-Bengali BJP remains the predominantly Hindi party, and therefore
Yes, but
Hindi
Tausif,
ruling over.
don't you think these have become a little archaic diatribes against the BJP? I mean, even in Bihar, there was an attempt to suggest let Baharis not dictate. Bahari versus Bihari. This Bahari thing has been played out in West Bengal. Don't you think the voters are now beginning to ignore these kind of things, and this may not be sufficient for Mamata Banerjee to hold on to her quote-unquote kingdom?
See, the Bihar falls within the Hindi heartland. Therefore, the Bahari card will not play in Bihar. But in Bengal, it very much plays. In Bengal, many a times, BJP leader have come to Bengal and made statements like Hindi will be imposed, which has not gone down well with the
Yes, you're
Bengali
talking about
voters.
a time. Fair
Bengali
enough.
sentiment
Fair
is
enough.
very high.
Fair enough. No, there have been whatever. There may be corrections, course corrections on the kind of campaign that BJP or any party runs. But people said BJP could not win Northeast. It did. People said, people didn't think that BJP would come to power on its own in Odisha. It did. Not many gave them, because they didn't have a very big leadership phase in Delhi. Not many thought that they could displace Arvind Kejriwal so quickly as they managed to do this year. They're winning repeat mandates in several state governments where they're already strong, and they're also managing to flip other states. So don't you think that, this old kind of boxing of the BJP is no longer working? Tausif, and then Gopal Krishna Agarwal can come in.
No. The BJP has played and brought down government in so many states by use of Operation Lotus, by using central agencies, and all those tricks they have already played in Bengal. In the past 3 elections that I've given example, in Panchayat election, in assembly election, even the current MP election, but the result shows
that it hasn't been successful.
It hasn't worked.
Okay, Gopal.
Shivani ji, we have to understand on what basis people are voting. The important thing that people are voting is good governance. The delivery mechanism of welfare by the government is very important. The benefits of the government schemes are going to the last person. That is the main reason people are voting.
But that's not the case for the BJP in Bengal. Sir, that's not the case for the BJP central government in Bengal. Because in Bengal, either the state government... Sir, one second. In Bengal, either the central schemes are not functioning or the state government has equally matching schemes.
No, that's why the important thing is that Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, the Mamata Banerjee blocked that scheme in West Bengal. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, they were not ready to give data to the center. So that's what I'm telling. The penetration of these several important schemes in West Bengal is pending just because of the state government, Mamata Banerjee's admancy, and not allowing center schemes to go directly into corruption-free way to the last man. That is what we are targeting. Good governance, economic development, law and order, not allowing for Ghuspetia to vote and completely change the ecosystem where the state government, states participate in the development of the country and they also contribute, and then the center, aligning with the center, if the state government works, the welfare
double engine sarkar. Okay.
Better penetration.
No, so in Bihar, there is evidence
not only double engine.
In Bihar, there is evidence to suggest that the Jungle Raj issue worked. Law and order.
Just 10 seconds more.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
No, important is You see Madhya Pradesh. The penetration of government scheme is Madhya Pradesh, several schemes is 100% saturation. What is there in West Bengal? Why people have voted in Bihar? Because they have seen that the roads are good, the law and order has improved, the development is coming to them, factories are coming, PSUs are also investing.
Okay.
So this is the real issue. And the false issue about the Congress and opposition is that they are creating fear about BJP. That's not working with the people.
Will it
If
work?
they don't understand
Fear
and come out with
psychosis.
the issues with
Fear psychosis also has a shelf life.
It's not
Beyond
working
a
with the
point,
people.
it will not work. It has diminishing returns. Yes, Anandji, you've been raising your finger. Then Akhil Swami, I'll come to you. Yes, Anand.
Yeah, I just want to make two quick points. One is how BJP is going to address the political violence unleashed by TMC against its opponents. That is going to be one of the key factors in deciding how BJP
Yes.
performs in the election. The second point I want to make is just want to make a historical factual correction to my fellow panelist Tausif ji, with all due respect and humility, that BJP was founded by the BJP's predecessor, Bharatiya Janata Sangh, was founded by Shama Prasad Mukherjee. Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee was a Bengali. So you cannot say that BJP is an outside party or a North Indian party. And the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, when it contested its first election, it won its first seat in West Bengal.
Okay. I just wanted to say, Akhil Swami, before you come in, two issues that seem to have worked in Bihar against all the campaign that the opposition parties ran is one, law and order. State after state, people are saying we are okay with even slow delivery or less delivery or even errors being made by a government, but we don't want a law and order problem in our state. And I think that's what the PM meant when he talked about Gunda Raj of Bengal. Secondly, the illegals issue. The Prime Minister himself again, on Independence Day, has made demography challenge its mission, the central government's mission. And the BJP is not shying away from saying, yes, there are illegals in Bengal, they are voting and they have been, set up because of a vote bank issue, and all of that will be dealt with. How long will SIR, vote chori or any other kind of, Hindutva fear work against these ground issues? Akhil Swami. Sir, your mic is muted.
I'm cautioning Tausif. Don't be overconfident. If Ganesh Kumar Gupta conducts the election the way they conducted Haryana, Bihar and Delhi, you will be defeated. You will not get more than 20
has
seats.
only fixed on this.
It is all that in your state, not only in Brazilian models, the models from New Zealand, Australia, Rakesh Sinha will vote 2 times. BJP will send trains from Delhi and you will be defeated. Be cautious and check Ganesh Kumar Gupta.
And you
what
will
does
win
that
election
mean?
in Brazil. If you continue like this, you can contest in Brazil and win election.
All right.
Not in West Bengal.
In all seriousness, Tausif, do you think just a fear psychosis against the BJP works? In state after state, we are realizing, everything that has been said about Narendra Modi being Prime Minister, BJP being at the center since 2014, people are rejecting it. They're judging the government by what's happening and they're competing with each other. States are competing with each other. State populace is competing with each other to say, oh, इस state में ये हो रहा है, हमारी state में क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
No, Shivani, first of all, Mamata Banerjee runs her own government and she has been very successful through various government programs like Duare Sarkar and others, where camps are set up at district level, at booth level, to apprise people of all the various benefits that the welfare scheme that the state government is running, and to ensure that those benefits are passed on to the voters. Point number 2. We have a real concern against the vote chori and against the fake voters being added, and therefore it is a party's mandate. There's a clear instruction that against each BLO there are 2 party appointed officers, agents, who are shadowing the BLO. Wherever the BLOs are going, the party workers are shadowing them to ensure that none of the names are missed from the voter list.
No,
So
I
when
think
it
this is a
comes
better
to
strategy.
counting-
But still, this is a better strategy than the strategy employed by opposition parties in Bihar, because there 0 appeals were filed, right? No BLAs, political party agents were able to bring anybody forth out of the 8 crore populace to say, oh, our voters were not there. But at least if you are doing it, all kudos to you. Certainly nobody who's deserving of having a vote should miss out.
Absolutely. And Mamata Banerjee has very clearly said and repeatedly said that even if one voter is found to be missing from the voter list, there will be protests. And she has made a public declaration that unless all the voter names are included in the voter list, she is not going to revise her SIR. Therefore, there's a long drawn process. So many of the BLOs have gone under protest and saying that it is a humongous task. Inhuman task, it cannot be achieved. Yet we are going through it. We are looking and making sure that none of the name get missed out. Once this process of inclusion of name is over, we will have to cross-check that fake voters are not added through the help of Election Commission by BJP.
Please do your due diligence, as long as, of course, initially there were some threats of violence against Election Commission officers. As long as it doesn't descend into that, I think nobody can fault any political party for trying to ensure that the process is free and fair. Yes, Gopal Krishna, I have 30 seconds left, sir. This issue of SIR, the problem is the opposition parties are going everywhere in the country, in their states, in Delhi, Parliament session is coming up. They're going to say, we are for SIR, but we don't trust the Election Commission under your government.
So then whom will they want to trust? They want to trust Rahul Gandhi for doing this. It is the Election Commission or Constitution that they should say that we don't have faith in our Constitution. Constitution had decided the Election Commission to be the responsible institution for conducting free and fair elections. They have been doing. Indian democracy has stood the test of the time since independence, and it is the Election Commission which has brought the democracy such laurels across globe. Still, the largest number of voters cast vote, it has been appreciated. But then if they don't have faith in our institution, democratic institutions, then whom they want to have
the
faith?
Other lesson possibly from Bihar, the thing is, opposition has to be nimble on its feet. The other lesson possibly from Bihar is that the SIR fear or the vote chori campaign did not work. It was not sufficient to even sow any seeds of doubt in the electorate's mind that there is a problem, because on ground, no problems came up. So you can only flag a horse as long as it's, alive. I leave it at that. Some of our guests continue for our second debate. Moving on to the other big story that we're tracking. A video recorded by Umar Nabi, the doctor who was the suicide bomber of the Red Fort Delhi blast, has come to light, in which he can be heard making justifications for suicide bombings as a means for jihad under Islam. He claims that there are arguments made against suicide bombings, but these martyrdom operations, as he calls it, are justified according to him. While this has shocked everyone, given the level of his education and therefore his radicalization, it hasn't come as a complete surprise. The problem that persists is what to do about this, and who is to blame for even educated Muslims falling for such propaganda. Now, top intel sources have revealed to CNN News 18 the psychological profile of this doctor. We are learning that Umar was delusionary, deeply radicalized. He had an erratic and aggressive behavior. He was accompanied by sudden bursts of anger, riddled by extreme ideological rigidity. His colleagues have said that he seemed schizophrenic, and faculty members noted that he was paranoid, often speaking about being watched. Umar would also give out violent threats on campus. Investigators have recovered hardline indoctrination material and digital content. Some students on campus say they saw him threaten others of violence. The question that arises here is, why did nobody do anything about it? Witnesses have also claimed that Umar would often speak of teaching others a lesson. Now, within this terror module of these doctors, Dr. Muzammil, another key actor of this module, apparently is saying that he kept Umar away from sensitive tasks due to the volatile behavior of this man. He was not trusted with logistics, but his aggression was used as a tool, and clearly he fulfilled at least one ask of him, which was to blow himself up. The NIA has made 2 big arrests in connection with this case. After the module was busted and after the blast took place, both have been sent to 10-day custody. Amir Rashid, a resident of Jammu and Kashmir, arrested from Delhi, while Jasir Wani, a key co-conspirator of the attack, is a resident of Anantnag and was arrested from Srinagar. Amir Rashid was Umar's key aide, facilitating the I-20 car that was used in the blast, and Jasir Wani is accused of modifying drones to design rockets for this terror module. Here's what the NIA has said in submissions in court. The NIA said that there is a larger conspiracy behind the Delhi Red Fort blast that needs to be uncovered. The aim, it said, was to strike terror in the minds of citizens and to threaten India's sovereignty. Attempt was also underway to destabilize unity and threaten public order, and there are the likes of drone experts like the ones that I mentioned who could design precision rockets. They were also roped in. The big focus today, though, is the larger question that everybody has been talking about. The suicide bombing has been justified by this so-called doctor in this video that was shot 2 months prior to the attack. Who's responsible for this radicalization? That debate is coming up.
ये भटके हुए नौजवान हैं, ये भटका हुआ दिमाग है। भटका हुआ दिमाग इस्लाम की सही तस्वीर पेश नहीं कर सकता।
क्या वजह है कि इन लोगों को इतना बड़ा फैसला करना पड़ा कि अपनी जान भी देनी पड़ी और इतना बड़ा एक्सप्लोजन करके बेगुनाहों को मारना पड़ा?
Gopal Agrawal of the BJP, Akhil Swami, political analyst, Tausif Khan, lawyer and political analyst, continue to be with us. Shashikant, former IPS, is also joining us. But Akhil Swami, I do want to begin with you, and I hope you will take this very seriously. You know, you must have seen the video or the contents of this video that has come to light. It's not a surprise that for many of these Islamic terrorists, for all of these Muslim groups, they have used Islam as a justification for carrying out quote-unquote jihad, and justifications have been made of all kinds. The problem that seems to be persisting in India is that we're failing to recognize the real cause of this radicalization. And we're asking questions like many Congress leaders are doing, that, you know, we have to wonder why they pick up terror. Is it not clear why they become terrorists? Do we still have to wonder?
See, any terrorist would like to hit our motherland. That is their nature. But I have a complaint with the Home Ministry of India, the government of India, as to what they do. How we feel that we are safe. In Pulwama, the RDX of 350 kgs moved around for months together. No inquiry was set up, and our 40 Jawans lost their life. In Pahalgaon, 28 people lost life. No inquiry was set up. There was no resistance in me. And in Delhi, only 2 times the terrorist attack has taken place. One in 2001, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. And this is the second time when Mr. Amit Shah is the Home Minister and Honorable Prime Minister is. Today, the Palghar saints who were killed in Maharashtra, and hue and cry was made that accused number 1 has joined BJP. You can understand as to how the terrorism prospers.
But these statements that are coming in from Congress leader after Congress leader, if it's not former Home Minister,
I'm not a Congress leader. I'm
asking your opinion on it because it is an important party, right, which has been in power at the center for very long, and under its rule, many blasts took place, right? This whole saffron terror theory was coined under P. Chidambaram. Today, P. Chidambaram says, oh, you know, I have been warning against homegrown terrorists, but we have to wonder why they become terrorists. What is there to wonder about?
See, my point is that Home Ministry and our defense and the defense within the country and the borders are not safe, and this ministry is totally incompetent.
Okay. Tausif Khan, I want to understand from you, where does the responsibility lie if, you know, these educated Muslims are spouting the a very radicalized version of Islam, misinterpreted, some would say. Where does the responsibility lie? Does it not lie with Muslim clergy, those who are leading prayers or in mosques, Maulanas, prominent Muslim leadership? Does the responsibility not lie with them to tell ordinary Indian Muslims that, you know, this is wrong or this is not the path for you?
Shivangi, I absolutely agree that yes, the responsibility lies with the clergy and the Muslim leadership, if there is any Muslim leadership, to spread the message of the peaceful Islam, the Sufi Islam. In fact, there are multiple reports from the Home Ministry which says that the radical Wahhabi Islam has ideology has spread and it is dangerous. And yet we see that the Home Ministry has not come up with a proper, plans of how to tackle it. And this report, the Home Ministry intelligence itself recognizes that the Sufi Islam is the counter to it. Then why not give wings to these sections of people, to these clergy, to these leaders, and allow them to counter these kind of ideology? You have to empower, you have to equip the soft side, the peaceful side, to come forward and tackle these spread of these radical ideologies. Unless the government allows that, we will not be successful in this mission.
Them. In any case, the
Political will has
government,
to be
once
there.
again, the government anyways has no control over what anybody does inside places of worship for Muslims, right? Okay, just hold on. Just hold on with me. I have some update coming in. In a massive success for Indian agencies, Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi's brother, is being extradited to India. Anmol has been involved in Salman Khan's residence shooting and was also accused of ordering Baba Siddiqui's killing. This is the latest update that we're getting in. Another extradition appeal by India being successful, this time from the US. My colleague Anshul is joining us with more on this. Anshul.
Yes, Anmol Bishnoi is now being brought to India. It's the latest that we have picked up. In fact, the deportation paperwork has been completed at this point in time. Remember, Anmol Bishnoi is one of the main accused for ordering the killing of Baba Siddiqui that happened in Mumbai, and also, as you rightly mentioned, the person who had ordered the shootings outside the residence of Salman Khan in Mumbai as well. Post this, a letter was written from the son of Baba Siddiqui to the US agencies, and today in their reply, they have gone ahead and stated that they have finally decided to deport Anmol Bishnoi from the United States, and he will be brought to India. In fact, at this point in time, as we are speaking, his deportation paperwork has been completed, and by late evening tomorrow, it is expected that he will arrive over here at the national capital itself, where he will be produced in front of the NIA court, and further custody would be sought. Remember, he has also been accused of going ahead and being involved in the killing of Sidhu Moosewala as well, and several other cases. The terror gangster nexus that is being investigated by the NIA, his name is also in that charge sheet as well. So definitely one of the wanted gangsters over here in India finally is being brought back to India after the legal procedures in the United States have come to an end.
Yes, I also want to show our viewers this email that has been sent by US agencies. What does this email say? That this email is to inform you that Anmol Bishnoi has been removed from the United States by the federal government. The offender was removed on 11/18/2025, which means 18th November 2025. For more information, please call these numbers. And this is the confirmation that has come in as far as the federal agencies US are concerned, as far as the removal of Anmol Bishnoi is concerned. So he has already been removed from US territory, and as my colleague was pointing out, that he would be expected in India now. On Tuesday, he was expelled. The United States on Tuesday expelled Anmol Bishnoi, the younger brother of the mob boss Lawrence Bishnoi, and a conspirator in the murder of Nationalist Congress Party lawmaker Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader. The US Department of Homeland Security told his son, Zishan Siddiqui, of the deportation in an email that was shared. So this email has been shared with Baba Siddiqui's son, Zishan Siddiqui, because he's an affected party in this case. And the US has informed him that Lawrence Bishnoi's brother, Anmol Bishnoi, has been sent or removed from US, which means that he will be now shipped to India. This is also because of an extradition that was demanded from the US. Anmol Bishnoi is wanted by India in connection with several violent crimes, including Siddiqui's murder in October 2024. Anand Tiwari, my colleague, is also joining us with more on this. Anand, आपके पास और क्या जानकारी है? All right, we'll connect with Anand, my colleague, in just a bit. Anmol Bishnoi is wanted by India in connection with several violent crimes, including Siddiqui's murder in October 2024 and that of Punjabi singer Sidhu Moosewala in May 2022. He's also wanted over gunshots fired outside Bollywood star Salman Khan's Mumbai home in April 2024. So, Anshul, coming to you once again, big success for Indian agencies, and they've confirmed in to Baba Siddiqui's son.
Well, definitely, this is a massive, massive success for the agencies out here in India, because bringing Anmol Bishnoi back was one of the biggest targets that was being looked at by all these investigating agencies, because he has, at this point in time, he has his involvement in a lot of terrorist cases or lot of gangster cases out here in the national capital and the nearby areas. As well, and once he is brought back, he would be tried on all that, because remember, he was the kingpin. As Lawrence Bishnoi was sitting inside the jail cells, he was the person who was controlling the entire nexus, starting all the way from Canada to US to out here in Punjab, Rajasthan, parts of Maharashtra, and out here obviously in the national capital as well. So he was the person who was the kingpin, and now finally the US authorities have been able to go ahead and nab him and then eventually hand him over to the Indian authorities. Remember, this request was made by the Indian authorities, and requisite evidences were also produced in front of the US authorities to actually go ahead and make sure that this wanted criminal is brought back to India at the earliest. Now, finally, after the legal procedures have come to an end in the United States, he has been handed over to the Indian agencies, and over the next few days, it is very likely that he will be produced over here in the courts, and then eventually the trial on the different cases that are pending over here, that would be taken up. So all this is being done at this point in time. But yes, this is being seen as a massive success that has been achieved by the Indian authorities at this point in time, as they have successfully been able to go ahead and make sure that Anmol Bishnoi, who was wanted in so many criminal and gangster cases, heinous crime cases, is finally being brought
I want to go across
to
my colleague Arunima as well. Arunima, can you give us the background of this request for Anmol Bishnoi's extradition? Exactly how long has this process taken?
Anmol Bishnoi has been wanted in multiple cases, and Interpol Red Corner notice was also pending against him. There were specific requests that were forwarded by many agencies. Punjab Police wanted him, Central Bureau of Investigation wanted him, Maharashtra Police wanted him in the Siddiqui murder case as well. So multiple requests have been going to the United States repeatedly. So the Red Corner aside, Interpol was also forwarding via CBI the agency requests that were going through. The last one, I think, went earlier this year, based on which a call was taken by the United States authority that there was enough evidence to show that Anmol's presence in the United States was not required. He was a persona non grata in that sense. And today there is a confirmation coming in. The mail that has been sent to Zishan Siddiqui, Baba Siddiqui's son, is that he has been, the process of sending him back has begun. He has been expelled, is what Interpol sources are telling us. The deportation process is ongoing. There are already officials who are taking custody, and he should be brought back to India very soon, is what we are told. After which, custody in which case first, that decision will be taken in between the three agencies that I just mentioned: Mumbai Police, Punjab Police, and CBI.
Yes. So this Anmol Bishnoi, who is the younger brother of notorious gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, running this international or global criminal syndicate, he was arrested in the US sometime late last year, almost a year ago. And remember, as my colleagues were mentioning, many agencies have been asking for his extradition, including Mumbai Police's crime branch. A special court in Maharashtra had issued a non-bailable warrant for his arrest, and a red corner notice was also issued by the global law enforcement agencies. I'm joined by former IPS Shashikant ji with me as well. This is to be seen as a big win, Mr. Shashikant, for the Indian agencies. At least one cog of this very notorious ring is coming back to India.
Yes, a massive success for the Indian law enforcement agency, a massive success indeed. And I'm sure that is going to send very right signals to the Canadian and other countries also, where persons like Goldie Brar and all those, the entire gang is hiding. Some of them are hiding in Armenia also, number of countries. Congratulations to the Indian law enforcement agency. It's a massive success. And I'm sure when he comes, then the very backbone of this kind of crime will be broken, because they had been operating in Punjab, in Haryana, in Rajasthan, in Bombay, all over. Their network was massive, just massive it was. My congratulations again to the Indian law enforcement agencies. So fantastic work done by
All right.
NIA.
I want to
And,
go across to Zishan Siddiqui, son of Baba Siddiqui. You have been confirmed with the expelling of Anmol Bishnoi. Your first reaction, Zishan?
No, of course. So basically, me and my family have registered there as victims. We've contacted all the justice departments of USA, and today we've got an official mail saying that Anmol Bishnoi has been removed by the federal government from United States of America. So we're just awaiting details on whether he's being deported to India, and now is the best time for the central government to act and actually bring him down, because the government of USA has removed him from USA. So now is the time to act and actually bring him down to India, interrogate him, because he's a threat to the whole society.
What do you make of the, I think it was only last year, 1 year ago, that he was arrested in the US after complaints were filed by multiple agencies in India. Are you happy with the quickness with which this entire process has come to fruition?
I'm obviously not happy with the time frame, because I've been asking his extradition from a long time, and more than the updates I got here, I got updates from the USA government, per se, how he was detained by the DHS in Iowa jail, etc. But anyway, as a victim family, we've got updates from the USA, and today that we finally got to know that Anmol Bishnoi has been removed. It's not the time to know if I'm happy with the way things are going or not, but it's the time for them to act and actually interrogate him on my father's murder, if they say that he's a part of my father's murder. So to actually know who's the mastermind and who's told him. He's also been, been accused in Salman Bhai's case, etc. So it's very important for us to all know and bring him down.
So, can I just ask you, Zishan, what is the latest that you have from any Indian agencies, the Mumbai Police Crime Branch or anybody else, on this update that you have received from the US agencies?
So I just happened, when I got the update, I've informed the senior leaders of my party also, Mr. Honorable Ajit Dada. So I think he is going to speak to the officials, and I'm also going to forward this to the Commissioner of Mumbai Police, and I'm hoping for a quick response, but I haven't received any updates from our state machineries as well.
Well,
as of now.
Naturally, of course, now that he has been expelled from US ground, processes must be on to bring him to India. I do thank you, Zishan Siddiqui, for speaking to us. He's, of course, hoping that there will be grilling of Anmol Bishnoi, accused in his father's murder, and those guilty to be brought to book. Time for me to take your leave. A short break, and then the Right Stand with Anand Narasimhan is coming up.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Madhvi Hidma, one of the most feared Maoist commanders in Bastar, has been killed in an encounter. The confirmation comes from high-level security sources in the Bastar range, where Inspector General of Police Sundaraj Patalingam acknowledged the breakthrough. Hidma, who led the PLGA's battalion